Mark Gray, Mike Walker, Alex Coppage, Thomas Hill, Mike Wilson, and you hanging out as Nazir Austin misses his first of 2 free throw attempts in the first of 2 men's opening round matchups here at the 100th CIAA tournament from Time Warner Cable Arena in Charlotte. And Austin misses both as Chowan collects the rebound. Now, 14-point deficit with 11 minutes to go seems like a daunting task, but the way that Chowan can spurt, don't turn this one off. Drive to the lane that time by Mark Anthony Barright leads to a foul.
Foul is on number 4.
And that foul will be on Trone Jackson. And for Jackson, that's his first and the 5th on the team. So stepping up to the charity stripe is the true freshman from Detroit who sinks the first.
Pretty well played game right now. Nobody in any serious foul trouble for Livingstone or Mears. For Chowan has 3 fouls, but that's about it as far as foul troubles are concerned.
Mark Anthony Barright played his high school basketball at Frederick Douglass Prep in Motown, and he sinks the second one as Livingstone gets the ball into the center of the press, and Nazir Austin does a good job of getting it into the front court. 45-33, lead cut to 12. I'm telling you folks, with the way Chowan can score baskets in bunches, they're right in this contest. And on the drive, Greg Henry is fouled, a blocking foul on Mark McGlone, and that's number 3 on McGlone, who has been effective as more of a director or a conductor in tonight's game. We talked about a virtuoso performance. He's doing a good job, you know, orchestrating things for his team. Bounce pass to the baseline, now kick back outside by Livingstone's Tyler Johnson. Ball finds its way to Mark Thomas. Thomas finds his teammate Greg Henry, who cuts to the rim, and on the way up, he rises and is fouled.
Foul is on number 2.
Chowan playing tough, aggressive zone defense, not allowing anybody to drive down into the paint. I guess they're of the opinion if you're going to get 2 points, you're going to get it at the stripe. You ain't going to get it in the paint on us.
Greg Henry at the charity stripe for a pair. Bends at the knees, release, rotation, splash.
Henry was averaging 10 points on the season, shoots about 61% from the charity stripe. And, you know, those are the things you need to know, because if Chowan does get into a situation where they can get this game close again, they need to know who they can foul and if those situations arise.
So Henry sinks them both, lead back to 14, 47-33. Coming up on 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go and counting. And Chowan barely gets it over the timeline. Ball reversed to the far side. Driving, now kicking it back over in the corner. Lamb left open for 3, and he knocks it down from in front of his own bench. And that makes it 47-36. Inside 10 minutes we go. Full court, trapping defense all the way around. A little 2-1-2 pressure. Beaton now in the front court with the rock. Collecting it is Mark Thomas, who drives baseline, finds a cutting Nazir Austin for the easy point-blank basket. Austin with his 5th points of the evening, lead at 13, 49-36. Livingstone quite content to trade baskets at this juncture. Mark Anthony Barright off the crossover dribble, forces up a running jump shot, rebound collected, bounce pass, good ball fake, split the defenders up and under. Nice move that time by Mark McGlone. I tell you, the guard that time showing some low post moves that would make any big fella proud. And the lead now 11, 49-33, and a steal apparently turns into a foul as Kenneth Mears has just been disqualified.
Kenneth Mears is 4.
That's, by my unofficial count, that's number 5. But according to the scorers table, it is only 4.
Number 4.
Fortunately for him,
will be on the line.
But however, with 8:57 to go, to the charity stripe goes Trone Jackson for 1-1. But his team now shooting 1 plus the penalty for the remainder of the game.
Kenneth Mears is clearly someone who Chowan puts into the game for his defensive prowess, only averaging a little over 1 point per game, plays limited minute, very limited role, but yet I'm sure the coach appreciates what he can do defensively for Chowan.
It's often been said it's not how much time you have, but what you do with it. Second one up by Jackson off the rim, and it's cleared by Lamb for Chowan. Mark Anthony Barright going to race it up the far wing, get to the center square, leave it for Lamb. Lamb with the ball fake, driving to the lane, almost tied up, gets it back to Barright. Barright going to angle it to the far side, trying to turn the corner, tried to feed it to Kenneth Mears. He wasn't ready. Boy, that was a bad time for a freshman mistake right there.
It's at that point in the game, that juncture mark where every possession starts to count, and if you're Chowan, you can't be wasting any of your valuable possessions.
Ball reversed into the corner. Mark Thomas splits the defense, tried to force a pass on the inside. It led to a potential fast break opportunity before Trone Jackson picks up a foul by derailing that fast break train by grabbing Mark Anthony Barright.
Good foul by Jackson, knowing the situation, realizing he wouldn't send anybody to the stripe, so he gives his team the opportunity to set up a defense and contest these shots.
So Barright with the crossover dribble, angles to the far side, and the ball deflected from behind out of the hands of Kyrie Bethel by Mark Thomas. So Chowan will retain possession. They are down by 12, 50-38, with 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation. And the inbounds pass is stolen. Sweet pilfer that time by Greg Henry, who will race it up, spin out of a double team, stop on the CIAA logo, angle it off to Trone Jackson. Jackson gives a little back-off move with his backside, retains possession of the rock, gives it off to Tyler Johnson, gets it back to Jackson, finds Nazir Austin, who spins and take it from 15 feet, drive to the lane, and the kiss for the layup. Lead back to 14 at 52-38. Backing it out right now for Chowan, surveying is McGlone, who gives it on the wing to Ricky Lamb. Back outside to Kyrie Bethel between the circles. Off to the corner to Barright. Barright going to turn the corner, run into a doubles team, and the quick hands of Mark Thomas lead to another foul, and that will take us to our under 8-minute media timeout. Chowan impressively holding on, not giving away this lead. It's Livingstone 52, Chowan 38. It's the 100th anniversary CIAA tournament from Time Warner Cable Arena on HSRN and streamed by the CIAA.com. HSRN, the voice of HBCU sports. Alex, which huddle are you in?
Alex, you got anything? Yes. All right.
Number 23, Barright will be on the line.
Mark Gray, Mike Walker hanging out in the perches near the rafters of Time Warner Cable Arena. Alexandra Coppage is on the sidelines. Let's find out from a floor's eye view. Alex?
Guys, during the timeout, Coach Stinson told his players to relax. He said that you are exactly where we need to be. Hold on to the lead, stay focused, and stay calm.
Pretty good advice when you're up by, right now, 14, well 13, as Burright at the charity stripe knocks down the second, cutting the gap to 12. Man, well, he made the first, pardon me. He made the first while we were with Alex, so he caps them both. And it's 52-40. We approach 7 minutes to go. At the top of the key, Nazir Austin. Austin gets it back outside to Greg Henry. Henry with the crossover. Shot clock winding down. There's 10 seconds left on it. He angles it between the circle. Gonna take the crossover. Driving to the lane, puts the running one-hander up and one. Boy, it's late night hours for schooling going on in Charlotte. Man.
Greg Henry, the senior forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. Tremendous job on the penetration, real athletic play, Mark. I know he was just essentially trying to get the ball up there after the contact, but you could tell he had the physical ability to square his body up and get a decent shot off.
And he's also got the touch to cap the three-point play by knocking down a free throw. And just like that, the lead balloons to 15. 55-40 with 6:40 to go in regulation. Ricky Lamb on the wing. Off the curl, picking it up. Now on the far wing, Mark Anthony Burright's shot does not count because he stepped on the sideline, at least according to the fellows in the striped shirts. St. Augustine's and Lincoln to follow as our CIAA action will come to an end with the final of 6 games here on this Tuesday night. Trone Jackson gets it down to Austin. Austin gonna turn the corner, find his cutting teammate Thomas, who knows how to finish after a sweet dish. Sick dime by the post player that time, and Thomas has 22. The lead now 17, 57-40. All things not bad for Chowan, who eliminated the women of Elizabeth City, and we have a steal. Racing it up quickly is Thomas, and he throws it down. All hail those who praise Spud Webb as the little fella rises and throws it down with thunder. And it's a 19-point 59-40 lead with 5:39 to go. And Kyrie Bethel launches a 3-ball from the wing. It's no good. The rebound is collected, and Chris Williams scores to make it a 17-point game at 59-42. And a 30-second timeout called by Dan DeRose, the coach of Chowan.
You know, they got him listed. We're talking about Mark Thompson on that last slam dunk. Height-wise, they got him listed at 5'10". I think that's more of an exaggeration. He's more like 5'9", 5'8.3 or something along those lines. But I thought he was just going to lay the ball up. But you know how it is, man. When you get in this CIAA, everybody wants to get an opportunity to have that slam dunk that everybody remembers. And they don't care what round it occurs. They just want their opportunity.
Well, if nobody else remembers it, I'm sure he will. You know?
Hey, I'm sure he'll be telling that story, bro, to his grandchildren.
Yes, indeed.
It was this time I scored over 24 points and I slam dunked the game.
Man, I dropped 24 on Chowan. I even had a dunk, man, a breakaway, a steal, and a finish.
I could see him loading his grandchildren in his car and driving out to the campus of Chowan. You see this place? I put 20+ on it.
In the tournament. Trone Jackson to the far wing, bounce pass into the corner, now into the center, and backing it out for Livingstone is Greg Henry. He keeps possession of the rock between the circles, pounding the rock. 10 seconds left to go. Crossover, jump stop, corner pass, Jackson cut off, leaves his feet, throws it into the hands of Ricky Lamb. And a wraparound dribble attempt off the back foot that time of Kyrie Bethel. The officials say he indeed was the last player that touches it, and it goes out of bounds was staying with the Hawks. Mark Thomas with 24.